Well, to the United States now, and the state of Texas has filed a lawsuit against the company Johnson and Johnson, which has sold Tylenol for decades, as well as Kenvue, which is the spin-off company that has sold the drug since 2023. The Republican Attorney General of Texas claims that the companies hid risks that the drug posed to the brain development of children. The lawsuit, of course, is the latest fallout from President Trump's claim last month that the use of Tylenol during pregnancy can cause autism. That link is unproven. Well, we're now joined on the line from Washington by our correspondent in the US, Fraser Jackson. Hi, Fraser. Good to have you with us. Give us then the details of this case. What's it about?
So Texas, as a state, is now suing two pharmaceutical companies, Kenvue, the current maker of Tylenol, as well as its former parent company, Johnson and Johnson. Now, the core allegation really hinges on the active ingredient inside Tylenol, acetaminophen, also known as paracetamol. The state claims that the companies failed to warn pregnant women that prenatal exposure to paracetamol poses a significant risk of autism or ADHD to the child, despite a lack of scientific evidence to back up that claim. Well, the lawsuit asserts that the two companies violated Texas's consumer protection laws and, quote, deceptively marketed Tylenol as the only safe painkiller for pregnant women. Now, it should be said that Kenvue is vigorously defending its product, stating that rigorous independent research endorsed by leading medical professionals say there is no proven link between Tylenol and autism. They said, we stand firmly with the global medical community that acknowledges the safety of acetaminophen and believe we will continue to be successful in litigation as these claims lack legal merit and scientific support. Now, this really stems from a popular online theory which has been surrounding Tylenol, which has spawned hundreds of similar federal lawsuits against Tylenol, which have been dismissed by judges for lack of scientific founding. Some of those decisions are currently under appeal, but Texas really here is forging its own path. It comes about a month after the Trump administration, including Health and Human Services Secretary Robert RFK Jr., they all issued new guidance raising similar concerns about acetaminophen use in prenatal in pregnant women. Now, Donald Trump has also been repeating those claims online in the days following, saying and asking pregnant women not to take the drug as well.
It looks like Johnson and Johnson could lose a huge amount of money over this if they lose. How are they reacting to all this?
Well, the spokesperson for J&J basically passed the buck on to Kenvue, saying that Johnson & Johnson divested its consumer health business years ago and all rights and liabilities associated with the sale of its over-the-counter products, including Tylenol, are owned by Kenvue. Now, indeed, Johnson & Johnson did announce the spin-off to Kenvue in 2021. That was completed in 2023, at which time Kenvue absorbed the more well-known brands in Johnson's portfolio, including Tylenol, Band-Aid, as well as Johnson's baby shampoo. And Johnson & Johnson said that at the time that it was looking to focus more on its profitable and faster growing businesses in pharmaceuticals and medical devices. But it should be noted that it was also facing lawsuits over its role in the opioid crisis here in the United States, as well as accusations that the talcum powder once used in its baby powder had caused cancer in some customers. Well, Texas's lawsuit claims that J&J's intentionally spun off its business to Kenvue, at least in part to shield itself from liability in the cases against Tylenol. Now, that complaint does not provide evidence for that claim at the moment, but it is something that J&J is vigorously pushing back against, and Kenvue itself, the owner of Tylenol now, is also pushing back against these claims from Texas.
OK, well, that's what we've got time for. We'll have to leave it there, Fraser. No doubt there will be more on this case. We will be following it in the coming months. Thanks very much there to Fraser Jackson.